Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at solving linear quadratic systems. Okay, we're going to do this with two separate examples. Now, in these examples, I'm going to ask you two different parts here. I'm going to be asking you to find the number of solutions possible, and then I'm going to ask you to find those solutions. Now, when I'm asking you to find the number of solutions, you're going to be wanting to use the discriminant. Now, in this one here, let's get started. So just to recall, the discriminant. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. And we know that if it's equal to 0, there is one solution. And if it's less than 0, there's 0 solutions. And finally, if it's greater than 0, there are 2 solutions. Okay, so we're going to start off finding out how many solutions, but just like in any of these problems, you want to find your total actual equation first. So the first thing you're going to do is equal the equations to each other. Okay, so we're going to do that right here. So we're going to have negative x minus 1 is equal to negative x squared plus 3x minus 5. Then we're going to collect our like terms. Okay. To do that, you're going to be moving everything to the other side. So negative x goes to the other side, negative 1 goes to the other side. Leaving me with 0 there. Negative x squared doesn't have a partner, but I've got 3x plus x at this point, so it's 4x. And minus 5 plus 1, which is negative 4. Now, at this stage, we can find out how many solutions there are because, well, this is my b value, this is my a, and this is my c. So going into the equation, we're going to go with b squared, so 4 squared, minus 4 times negative 1 times negative 4. And that's going to give me 16 minus 16, which is 0. Because it's 0, I know it fits into... Sorry, wrong highlighting. It fits into this one. So I know that there is one solution. Now, how do I find a solution? That comes into our next step. So the next step would be factor. Equation and find your x-intercepts. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be easy to common factor the negative out first. So x squared minus 4x plus 4. And I can factor this further into x minus 2, x minus 2. Because if you multiply those together, you're going to get what we started with. So therefore, x is equal to 2. That's one solution. Now remember, I told you to find the points. So the next thing and the final step you'd have to do is sub the x-intercepts into one of the original equations. Okay, so I'm going to sub it into my x minus 1. So y is equal to negative 2 minus 1. So y is negative 3. Therefore, the point of intersection is at 2, -3. Now, if you plug this into the other equation, you should also get the same result. Let's attempt this with another question. Okay, so let's use our steps for this next one here. So once again, our first step, we're going to make them equal to each other. So 2x minus 5 is equal to x squared minus 7x plus 15. Okay, bring everything to the other side. So 0 is going to be equal to x squared minus 7x minus 2x. That's minus 9x. And the minus 5 becomes positive, so that adds on, making it 20. Okay, so at this point, we're going to plug them in. If I don't see anything here, I assume it's 1. That's my A. This is my B. Remember, it's not the 9, that's your B. It's the -9, and then the C. So B squared, I've got -9 squared minus 4. A is 1. C is 20. That's going to give me 81 minus 4 times 1, which is 4, and 4 times 20, which is 80. That's going to give me 1. That's greater than 0, so I know I have 2 solutions. All right, so let's continue on here. Let's factor out. So I've got here a simple trinomial, so I need to ask myself what 2 numbers are going to multiply together to give me 20, but add up to give me -9. And there is only 2 numbers that do that. That would be 4 and 5, and they would both be negative. With that in mind, I know that my x is going to be equal to 4, or it's going to be equal to 5. And finally, in my last step, I'm going to find out what happens when I put x is equal to 4 into my equation. So I've got y is equal to 2 times 4 minus 5. So that's going to be 8 minus 5, which is 3. So therefore, I've got a point at 4, 3. And I need to find out what happens when I put in the 5. Okay, so you've got 10 minus 5, which is 5. So therefore, my other point would be at 5, 5. And that is how you find and solve linear quadratic expressions. Hope this has been helpful for everyone, and have yourself a wonderful day.